नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam, as you all saw before today's Nityananda Times daily video magazine, Swamiji himself is here ready for one more exciting episode of Ask the Avatar. These are, yes. This Ask the Avatar series is definitely the most popular series of satsang discourses yet, and especially the last episode, which featured gods and goddesses alive and in form sitting with Sadashiva, their own source, Balasants, otherwise known as child saints of the Nityananda Gurukul. Last time we ended on a cliffhanger note, and so many people are just buzzing in Sangha. How is Swamiji going to address this question of why, among all the billions of beings incarnate in human form, are we, his disciples, chosen to be with him again in this incarnation? Not only being alive at the same time when Sadashiva himself graces the planet physically, but knowing who he is and getting to actually be his disciple. Such a huge blessing, none of us should take for granted. I can't wait to hear Swamiji's answer. But first, today is the sacred day 5 of Skanda Sashti Brahmotsavam. So before we enter into Ask the Avatar, let's receive the blessings of Lord Subramanyam.
Om Tatpurusaya Vidmahe Mahadenaya Dhimahi Tannah Shanmukha Prachodayate Karpooradoram Karunavataram Samvarataram Udagendraharam Sada Vasantam Udayaravinde Bhavam Bhavani
Nityanandam Paramasukadam केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि.
Nityanandam, we welcome all of you to witness once again the Darbar scene of Kailash, where all the deities are sitting with Mahasadashiva himself to ask all the questions that we are having. As a continuation of the last episode, now I am requesting Manitya Lokapriyananda, who is Lakshmi's own incarnation, now in the body of Manitya Lokapriyananda, to ask her question.
Swamiji, as when you were going to take this body, you chose who is going to come before you, who is going to come along with you, and who is going to come after you. So, we being your inheritors and we being your daughters, how did you choose us?
Let me come to the question now. This thought current, which not only she is waiting, every one of you guys are waiting. Understand? Ramakrishna gives a beautiful understanding about the question she raised. Even Puranas give beautiful description. I'll give you the Shastra Pramana from Puranas and Apta Pramana from Ramakrishna, both. All the Puranas are not accepted as Shastra Pramana, but some of the direct words, like a Kurma Purana is not accepted as Shastra Pramana, but Ishvara Gita in Kurma Purana is accepted as Shastra Pramana. Like this, those specific parts. So I'll give you some of the Shastra Pramana. Whenever an incarnation happens, his Anga Devatas, Abharana Devatas, Parshadas, Vahanas, Ayudas, all of them come along with him. Understand, anybody who wants to enjoy this frequency, see, let me describe what this frequency is. Frequency of the higher taste. I tell you, when my kids smile at me during the morning satsang when the screen opens, if you scan their brain and the brain neuron activities and study them, the ecstasy level, the joy level, I can guarantee, of course, I am putting it on record, sooner or later I will establish this. The joy level, ecstasy level, the pleasure chemical getting released in their system will be at least 100 times more than any pleasure you can even imagine in your life. The sexual pleasure for a womanizer, eating pleasure for a fellow who is literally lives for eating, or money for a miser, whatever human beings consider as the ultimate best pleasure, if you measure that, when they go through that pleasure, if you measure their neuron activity, the ecstasy depth, bliss depth, the dopamine level, the pleasure chemicals level, our kids will go through 100 times more. Just seeing me when the screen opens, that smile. The most subtle joys of life, like Devatas, gods and goddesses, Devendra, all of them, they don't physically eat. Just the smell, havis, that's all is the food for them. When you glorify them some way through the stotras and mantras and offer anything into the fire, that havis is the food for them, because they are made of such subtle, evolved stuff. Just that praise and the devotion is enough. They are full. It's a demonic people, even if you curse and give the food, they will eat. But the gods, just if you praise and show the devotion, that's enough. They don't even need food. More and more you evolve in subtle joys, subtle ecstasies, more and more elite you become. Understand? Whether your joys are gross, physical, violent, or subtle, that decides whether you are a classy being or pig. What is your joy matters. Blessed are those whose body enjoys the most subtle, evolved joys and pleasures. More and more evolved joys, more and more evolved being. Because when your joy is evolved pleasure, your cognitions and activities will be in an evolved, matured way. Understand? What you consider as your joy is your life. That drives you. Gracie or crazy. That drives you. Gracie or crazy. Most subtle joys makes you a most graceful being. Literally, Gurukul kids, please understand, if some kid is able to come and settle down in our Gurukul with integrity and joy, I am 120% sure he is from Kailasa. Understand, no convincing, no marketing can make a person to live this sublime, divine life. We are 100% Kailash compliant system. Understand? New word, Kailasa compliant. Our food, not just the way we get things, procure things and eat, the way it is made available for you freely without you need to even think about it. Understand, all these are involved. If you are getting even the same food, but 10 times you need to think about it and work for it, that is not Kailasa food. That is not prasada. It is sada, not prasada. Prasada means where you do not need to worry about it. You do not need to think about it. Understand, this plays a major role. You need to understand, a person who need to think about the food many times and work for it will always overeat. Because he thinks that is the result of all the work he has done. So he takes vengeance. He takes out all the revenge. For this only I am doing everything. Come on. Fill the gunny bag. Then he does not treat the body as body. He treats the body as gunny bag. Dump, 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 dump. Untight it. When your day-to-day activity and cognitions you need to run your day-to-day activities is not affected by the food. Understand? Outside, when you work, you know, only if you work more and make this much money, you can have this kind of rich food. If you do not work this much and have only this much of money, you will not be able to have rich food. Because of this equation, your cognition is corrupted by the need of the food. Your work is corrupted by the need of the food, by the understandings and ideas of the food. Then naturally when you sit for food, you grab. the relationship between you and your food is affected. Understand? Even if you get the same food outside, if you need to work for it, and if you don't work, the quality of the food will be different. If that bargain, negotiation, equation exists, it is not Kailasa compliant. Then it is Sada, not Prasada. Here, your work does not matter. What you do does not matter. Nobody does anything is different. That is different. Even if you work 24 hours, you will not be able to eat non-veg. It will be only Bhaga Shastra. Even if you don't work and sleep 24 hours, you will not be denied the food. Nobody will say no food for you. Your cognition, day-to-day activity is liberated from the food. That is what is Kailasa compliant prasada. Understand? Beautifully, Ramanuja describes Jati dosha, nimitta dosha, ashraya dosha. Jati dosha means by the very quality, like a non-veg meat, the onion, garlic. Now, by their jati, you can't consume them. That is called jati dosha. Nimitta dosha. If some dust has fallen, if it was not cooked properly, that is called nimitta dosha. Ashraya dosha. All the direct, indirect commitments associated, affiliated to the food. Ashraya dosha. All the three should not be there. Understand? If you think this food for this only, I work from morning till night, over. It is now with Ashraya dosha. It is not prasada. It is sada, not prasada. Here nobody even remembers. What Sadashiva says in the Agama Shastra, that is cooked, over. That is made available, over. Whether you work 24 hours, even if you donate $1 million, $1 billion, you will not get non-veg here. Same way, if you don't work whole day, just lie down, sleep, fool around, many people do that. Even then nothing will be denied. No one is going to say, you are getting so much. No. Your life and cognition has been liberated from the food. Understand, that is what is Kailasa compliant prasada. Today I had a next level meeting with our Ayurvedic doctor, and Ayurveda original Shastra, that is also given by Mahadeva, and we are bringing that Shastra also into Adinam, introducing. So all of you will be going through a proper Ayurvedic Prakriti checkup. What is your Prakriti? Vada or Pitta or Kapha or Samatva? And then you will be given a guidance for your day-to-day life and food. In those items we will be making like a pickle, all that tasty things from the items which is good for your health, bringing taste and health together. Just today the doctor was giving me all the Shastra Pramanas. He gave Shastra Pramana. Mahadeva says, more than 6 hours you can't be without eating anything. At least you need to drink glass of water. And you cannot open your mouth within 3 hours. If you have taken something, next 3 hours you should not open your mouth for eating or drinking. 6 hours is the maximum gap, 3 hours should be minimum gap. Like this, there are Mahadeva's instruction, Sadashiva's instruction. We will bring all that and I will share it with you guys. Adopt it as much as possible. In 1 year it will become lifestyle. Don't worry, in the initial only it will be all that. In 1 year it will become beautifully lifestyle and it will become a healthy lifestyle. Understand? Very healthy lifestyle. So we will make sure within 6 hours you get at least some snacks like this vada, bhaji and that kind of a traditional snacks, and within 3 hours nothing should be eaten. Is your responsibility. That we cannot do anything. We cannot lock your mouth and then after 3 hours open it. No, that cannot be done. That is your responsibility. But you can't go without eating anything for 6 hours. That we can manage. We will be able to constantly make sure that everyone is provided. We can see, fundamentally, end of the day, whether the way we eat, what we eat, how we dress, what all is our cosmetics, what all is our abharana, everything, bhushana, abharana, our thought currents, lifestyle, thinking, for what we work and why we work, everything. We are constantly aligning to the original Mahadeva's words, Sadashiva's words. Nothing else is a driving force for us. Nothing else is a reason why we exist. We exist because our source told us to exist. We do what we do because our source told us to do. Our source is the resource for us to exist. So all our joys are subtle joys, sublime, very intense, beautiful, sacred, not crude, violent. Last few days I was studying some of the articles and material, videos available in the internet and Facebook about the food. You will be shocked. Some of the components in the burger don't melt even if you pour copper on them. I don't know how many of you know that. If you melt copper and pour on them, they don't melt. Then what is going to happen to your stomach? That is why it is sitting and you become like a burger. No, it is like a oneness only. What you eat, you become that. In shape also. Now what goes, doesn't come out. Understand? The joys are supposed to be subtle, sublime, intense. Whoever enjoys subtle, sublime, intense joys, they will only be able to even settle down in the Gupta Kailasa. Understand? Only they will be able to settle down in the Gupta Kailasa. Others can't even understand. How you can't understand why people are dying so stupidly? They can't understand why you are living so happily. How? You can't understand why people are there stupidly, out there, very stupid. You can't understand them, they can't understand you. I should say, essence of the thought current she brought, the question she brought, essence of the answer is only the people who enjoy the sublime, subtle, intense ecstasies and joys of life can settle down here. If you are able to enjoy that and settle down here with completion, you are from Kailasa. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to live here. You will not be able to live here. Because you all chose me long before I chose you now. There are some people whom I choose now, they will choose me after a long time. There are some who chose me long before, so I chose you now. There are some now I am choosing who will choose me after a long time. This is the way it goes on and on and on. Next.
Swamiji, we have been, as Gurukul Balasans, we have been connected with you for many janmas after janmas. Now, how do you hold each one of us as an individual? How do you hold all of us?
Just before the screen opened, how I held all of you, making sure all of you are fully dressed up and clean, presented, including the body language. Including your body language, what I was telling this fellow. Hey Mahadeva, you are Mahadeva, sit like Mahadeva. Not like this. And you are Krishna, hold the flute like a music instrument, not like a weapon. He was trying to hold that as and that fellow was running around holding the crown. This Indra's crown is always a problem. I called him and I myself adjusted the crown and said, hey, is it paining? No, Swamiji, it's not paining. Okay. When Sadashiva gives the crown, you will not have pain. Come on, settle down, go and sit. And then I asked the Narada, where is your Veena Tambura? He said, gone. I said, no, go find out from where it is. In the temple it must be there. This is exactly the way I hold you guys. Understand. It's not that like a drama troupe or playfully I have dressed you up like a gods. Playfully I brought gods. Each one of you are gods. The way I hold you, you will manifest, you will realize, yes. Till what I realized, you realize me holding you is Shaktipada. Till you realize what I realize, me holding you is Shaktipada. Not only till you realize what I realize about me, till you realize what I realized about you also. Understand? Because I realized who I am, I realized who you are. Now, by realizing who I am, you will realize who you are. Till then, me holding you in my inner space and making that flower is Shaktipada. Understand? Whether the sincerity I show to decorate Subramanya or the sincerity I showed dressing up all you guys. Before the screen opened, you had the chance to see both. You had the chance to see both. Understand? How I hold them, that's the way I hold all of you. How I was getting everything organized there? I was getting organized for all of you. I just need integrity from you all, not even belief. Belief is too superficial. It will change. Integrity. See, for example, if somebody only believes me, even if he is here for 10 years, that 10 years he will enjoy all the miracles, the great space of a disciple, everything. But if he goes out over, Chine Bunyam Ardhyalogam Vishanti, he will collapse and fall. But if he is integrated, not only will enjoy all the disciple space and everything, what I am will start getting synced in him, and it will become cognition. He will not leave. Even if he leaves, he will carry such a depth personality. He will carry my prasada with him. Understand? Integrity is all I need from you guys for me to hold you all in Shaktipada and make you flower as Arunagiri Yogeshwara made me flower. What Arunagiri Yogeshwara did to me, to do that to all of you. Just need integrity, nothing else. Because the way he held me, I know, the way he held me, when I made padukas for him and took it and gave him, he put his feet, and then after some time he took his feet out and said, "Hey, you stand on this." I said, "What?" "Hey, this will be the Guru Paduka for our Sampradaya. You stand on this." I didn't understand the word Sampradaya and all that. What is he talking? He said, "Stand on that." I was a little reluctant. Your feet, my feet. I remember still, even now, he literally pulled both my feet and put it on that Paduka. He just pulled, and I'm saying, "Ah!" Because I was sitting on the steps. And he just turned and pulled and put that on the Padukas. Then after that I could not do anything else, so I stood up and stood on the Padukas. The way he held me, and it's not that he did not qualify me. The way he held me and the way he qualified me for that, both, was amazing. I'll do that for you guys. So, with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Sada Shivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.